Okay, so here's where I'm going to mount the Air Force One tank and valve assembly. This is on the passenger side, right behind the rear axle, the first storage compartment here. There was one hole, the hole with the bolt through it was already there in that cross tie frame piece. I had to drill a second hole, you see, right there beside it so that I could put the bracket on. I'll show you a picture of it later. I did buy a pair of hose cutters to cut the hoses cleanly, which was pretty handy. Did a good job on them. Okay, so here's where I did it based on the pictures in Demco and a discussion I had with their helpline tech. If on the Tiffin 22 Phaeton Powerglide chassis, you've got this brake valve. I don't know what the right terminology is, but basically you've got mine are green. You've got right off sort of the top middle, there's this line here, and you follow that up. That is the supply line, goes here, and I actually can trace this. It goes into one of the, probably the primary tank, one of the directly into one of the air tanks, so that should be supply air. And the metered air should be this, not the bottom one, although that may be, I don't know, but the recommendation, because it's the right size line for the T they supply in the kit, is this second one. So there's the overall view. Can't see where it pushes in quite, but basically I just went right up. Oh, come on. There's a T that I installed right here on this line, and routed those back. You know, you'll just have to do that yourself, but these two black lines here, not going to zip tie them here, but I've got them running through a channel and a couple of zip ties until you get back. So I moved to behind the axle, and those lines come out here. Let's get a little wider view. You can see here's the rear jack and lines coming out, and okay, here's the final installation. I'm laying under, there's the exhaust engine. I'm laying under, here's the rear axle. I've got it installed right behind the passenger side. There's upside down, but there's the rear tire. I suppose if there's a risk of objects come flying off the tire back in here, it's possible, but I'll see. That'll be my risk. So I took this valve assembly that was attached in the kit a little differently. I forget it. It was holes over here, I think, or something like that. Anyway, took those off, rearranged it. Like I said earlier, I mounted it. I had to drill one hole on this C channel that ties the three frame rails, three C channels that make the frame rail. There was one hole already in the lip of this right here, the lip of this channel. I used that, and then I had to drill one extra hole, kind of like my fingers go in there, but a little higher, and that allowed me to put the bracket on, and with two bolts you see there, and attach the valve, and the lines are coming down here. And I routed the one that goes to the back of the coach, to the tow vehicle, goes up kind of in front of the transmission, right between the air tanks and the transmission, goes up, goes through some of the hose loops across to the driver's side, and then it goes down. Let's pause. So it goes up through this sort of hose clamp organizer here. It's one of the black hoses, and I've got it going off onto the side of the rail on the driver's side. Can we find it? There we are. It goes right above this little bracket. It's the def tank support. The def tank's right in there. And again, we're looking straight up. I'm laying down. There you can see the black tubing running right there. Running all along. I'm running up near the air inlet. Got a little zip tie there. There's the air inlet line running right there, back below the radiator and up around to the rear of the coach. So drilled a couple holes in the bottom lip right there above the center receiver, and we'll call that good. Basically, I need to put a couple of washers, but you've on the frame rails, I guess you call it, there's 3 C channels, or is it 2? No, it's 3. There's a C channel here, another C channel there, another one there, and you've got this piece that ties the 3 together with the bolts. So what I've done is on the lip of this tie, there was one hole already drilled from the factory, I guess, that I used for the mounting, and then I had to drill probably the bottom one, and I put there's a black plate that comes with the Demco kit. It's sort of the mounting adapter plate. Took this valve assembly off. It was attached to the tank a little differently on that plate. Separate them, just two bolts. Separate them and reconfigure it as you can see here. And I got that way it doesn't kind of stick out. Which way did it go? It doesn't stick down further, doesn't stick up, and doesn't impact with this. So just had to redo how that does on, but I didn't have to drill any holes except for the one in the frame tie cross member here. And haven't done it yet, but I'll route a line from here back to the bumper or the tail end of the coach, and that should be it.